Hey everybody, welcome back to V Rising. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a very in-depth building guide, which is the fundamentals, some of the stuff you can do, how to unlock new things, and what a probably mid-sized base looks like. It's definitely not endgame, but I'd say it's more intermediate at least. But before I do that, make sure to join our Discord group. There's a link down below in the description. We are giving away some game keys in the Discord, so you want to try to get your free version of V Rising. That's how you can do it. Come check it out. So as you're playing through the game, you're going to come across a mission. And that mission or quest is basically going to have you start building your own base. So if we press B and we go to Fundamentals, right here we have the Castle Heart. Now this is the core of your base. If this thing gets taken over, if it gets destroyed, your stuff's gone, your base is gone. So this needs to really be the center point of your base, and it acts like that at the initial start. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it right here. Now once we do that, what you want to do is come up and press F on it, and we're going to put all of our blood essence, well, I'm going to split this actually, we're going to put half of our blood essence inside this heart here, and this is what powers everything inside the base. So once you do that, if we go back and press B, we're going to start placing down our borders. So this is obviously what we can build inside of our base, and we're just going to kind of do it like this. Pretty good to me. So once we have our borders placed, now comes the fun stuff. The very first thing we're going to do is place a wooden coffin. It acts as a respawn location, so you can respawn at your base. That's very important, so we'll put that right there. The next thing I recommend is dropping at least one or two of these small stashes, which there are different stashes you can get in this game. This is just what you start with for now. And then what you're going to want to click on, guys, is you're going to want to click on this. So these are the walls. So we have the walls, we have the door frame, and we have the pillars. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our door right here. And I'm just going to start taking these walls and start putting them around. Now you can see I couldn't place right here because that tree's in the way. So we will have to chop that one down. Perfect. So now we have some walls up, we have a door, we're a little protected, but there's one issue, is the sun. So the very next thing you're going to want to craft, you might even have to craft this first, is going to be this guy. So this thing consumes bones. This is how you will not take damage from the sun. You can get roofs on your base, which you guys will see towards the end of this video, but for now we're not able to do that. So this is what we have to not take damage from the sun. And I got to cut this tree down and finish our wall. So once you have all that down, the next thing you're going to want to get is we want to work on getting a simple workbench. And in order to do that, we need planks. Now I have planks right now, you will not obviously, so if we go to refinement, we're going to want to build a sawmill. And this is what we're going to build right now. I'm going to rotate this guy, I'm going to stick this actually right in here. This is a great spot for this. And if we access this, you know, I can take a little bit of wood, and it will start to create planks. Now I already have planks, but that's how that works. It takes this time, and planks will just make themselves over time. So once you have enough of that, that is when we're going to be crafting our simple workbench, which we'll place this guy right here. Now what this workbench does is it allows you to upgrade your gear. So as you're leveling up your castle or your base, you will have the ability to craft new things. So right now I'm into copper, as you can see, which we already have. But as we level up, we will unlock newer things. Now, in my opinion, the next most important thing is going to be the blood altar. That's going to be under dominance here. So I'm going to place this guy right by the door, because we will end up using this a lot. Now, what the blood altar does, if we go to this is how you're going to unlock new stuff to craft with, new workstations. So like the Alpha Wolf, if you guys watched my beginner's guide, you already knew this one. You should already have this power up if you watched that video. But if we go to like Rufus here, so we can see if we defeat Rufus, there is a woodworking bench we unlock. We unlock some recipes through him, and we unlocked a painting frame. And all of them are going to be like this. So like this one, for example, this Frosted Archer, she has the Tannery. This is how you make leather, by the way. And it shows you what recipes you'll unlock by defeating these people. But this is how you're going to get different structures for your base. Like this guy is the one that we really want because he is going to give us a bigger stash, so we'll have a bigger chest to store stuff in. So this is really how you're going to unlock new stuff for your base. And what's really cool about this, so like this Rufus guy, we can track his blood. Now, some of these bosses will spawn in just static places. There are some that roam the map. But Rufus here actually spawns right where we are. Rufus spawns in this area over here. Now, there'll be a separate video on every single boss or V-Blood character in the game. But Rufus spawns in there. So if we defeat him, that would allow us to then build, which I have it somewhere in here, the woodworking bench. So that is how all that works. That's how you're going to unlock all your new stuff for your base as you progress. It's pretty important to do, so really stay on top of that blood altar and always keep it by your door because you'll never forget it when it's there. So the sun is out as we're trying to get this done, so I'm actually going to turn this on for now. It doesn't have a huge range, but you can see like I'm in the sun right now. I'm not taking damage if I step out here. I should start taking all the shades coming across, but I would be taking damage over in this area, but we're getting lucky with the shade. So the next few things are all pretty important. This is going to allow you to progress a lot faster. Is the Tannery, which we get from, I showed you earlier, from that archer, the frost archer. We'll place that there. The forge is really important, or the furnace. This will allow us to craft copper and all that good stuff. You can see this is how we make sulfur. We're going to make iron, and we have to learn all these recipes. And you learn these by, again, defeating those V-Blood characters. And then here's a Tannery. We can make different things in here as well. Now, the last thing that you're going to have for your starter's base is going to be a research table. And I will be honest with you, I really haven't played with this too much yet. It requires books. So you can find books, or you can get 50 paper and you can research something. I'm not sure if it's randomized, but I do plan on covering this whole thing in its own separate video down the road as well. So really make sure you guys subscribe and keep up to date with the channel because you're going to see a lot of detailed stuff here. So guys, that is pretty much it. This is what you can expect for basically your first, I'd call it tier 1 base. We don't have a roof overhead, we don't have flooring, but what we're going to do now is I'm going to come here to this castle heart and we're going to upgrade this thing. So this requires 12 copper ingots and 12 leather, which we already have. So now it's upgraded, and what that will do, because you guys can already see these before because I'm right at that tier, but this will unlock the castle stuff. Now, I already have a base that's already made out of all this stuff. I don't have the material to really do all of this again. But we do have a base up, so we're going to go check that out right now. That's kind of how we're going to end the video, kind of show you a little bit of a highlight of what you can expect. So let's open the door. So right up this hill is where my my main base is at the given time. And this is a castle. Like, we have a roof overhead, we have flooring, and you can see it's just all around it's looking a little bit better. Let me turn this off. So I have a lot of the same stuff we just went over. It's just more just kind of highlight and show you a little bit of what a I call a still smaller, maybe getting close to semi-medium sized base would look like. These coffins in the center, these are servant coffins. So right now, like this one has 45 minutes still, we are getting servants going. Again, separate video on those, but this is just some stuff you can expect as you're progressing your base and getting it bigger. So one thing I do not like is the organization for chests. Now, we don't have big chests yet. I'm actually about to go get those soon. But as you can see, things are kind of just unorganized. There's just kind of stuff everywhere. So you really have to be on top of where you're putting stuff. But once we have a roof overhead, we cannot take damage from the sun, obviously, because we are indoors. We have a gothic mirror. We can change our appearance if we wanted to. And then what I did back here was I was just kind of expanding to give myself a little bit more room. There's kind of some stuff on the floor. I haven't really done my cleaning yet. But guys, that is the premise to building. It's not super difficult. It's a lot of material cost. And really how you do your base design is what's going to save you if you're on a PvP server. Myself, I'm just on a PvE server, just enjoying the game casually. If you're on a PvP server, I will have some builds coming out way later down the road. Probably some of the last stuff I do for this game. But for now, this is what we plan on doing. Once I get to that end game base as well, there will be a video on that so you can see like what the top tier stuff looks like. I should have that out in hopefully just a few days. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will see all of you guys in the next video.